Hello friends, it's Chad from Colorado Giants. It is Tuesday, June 15th. Time for an update. Let's go. So, probably not going to do any editing, so we're just rolling right through it. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. It'll be down yonder way, and hit that little bell. You hit the bell, you get a little notification on your cellular device telling you when I've uploaded a video. So hit that bell. I looked at the analytics. Only 30% of you are subscribed, and there is hundreds of hours, minutes of watch time, actually, and hours. So make sure you hit the subscribe button so you know what's going on. So here we go. Chad was on vacation last week with the missus, and it was amazing. That's why there was no video last week. We went to Taos. We didn't have the kids. First time in 2.5 years. We are away from the children more than 2 days. So, man, it was awesome. Super thankful for Lisa for taking care of my plants for me. So let's dive into it. We're gonna make it a quick one. It's about 8 o'clock at night, and I'm tired from vacation. The driving anyway. Okay, so we have the 1542 Urena. This plant looks amazing. It is still the one that is winning. We have a pumpkin that opened while I was away, but super zoom, that's okay because there's another one right there. That's probably the one I'm going to pollinate. I would say that is 5 or 6 days away, so I forget the date already, but it will be a good pollination. It'll be well into June, whereas typically my pollinations happen in July. Not only that, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to call it at least 20 side vines behind the pumpkin, pushing energy towards it. So that's pretty darn awesome. All in all, the color looks great. I can't complain. On the agenda this week, we came back a day early because I need to do things like pick up all those weeds, pull them out because they look like garbage. The 2350 Ginger is looking really good, actually. All of the plants, if you go to our Facebook page, it's just / Colorado Giants, or if you're a friend of mine on Facebook, I post those the week over images. Someday I'll insert them in the videos, but today is not that day. This one really took off this week and is looking really good. This is the only plant that before I left on vacation I didn't have time to put down the drip tape. I put down the drip tape on that one, I put down the drip tape on that one, and I covered and I buried all of the vines. I did take some video last week. I just didn't have time to upload it, and if I'm being honest, you're probably not missing a whole heck of a lot. Yeah, but the 2350 is looking pretty good. This one has a pumpkin in the tip, or not even in the tip, it's right there. Whoop. But I don't think that is the one. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 vines behind that plant. I'll probably wait till the next one. Most of the pumpkins you can see where I went on vacation, the secondary growth, the main vine is really good, but like the last 4 days, you're going to see a lot of, I'll show it to you over here too, a lot of secondary growth, or weak secondary growth, and that's just, I don't think Lisa was watering enough. She did a really good job with them in general. Just a little bit more water, and I told her, if anything, underwater, don't overwater. So she did a great job, can't complain. The pumpkin, or the plant that I am most impressed with this week, is the 2118 Baron. Just like its cousin last year, I was really skeptical about this plant. It just was not doing a whole heck of a lot, just really slow and putzing along, and man, I was gone 5 days and wow, look at that. So that's pretty darn cool. It's looking really good. There's a pumpkin in the tip of it that's going to open tomorrow, but that is not the one. I want this plant to be bigger. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 vines behind that one. I want some more. I want the plant to be a little bit bigger. There is a pumpkin in the tip, so if I wait, it's probably going to be 10 more days will still be in June. And then the plant, the pumpkin will probably be yonder way over there, and it'll have that much more plant to push the growth of the pumpkin. So yeah, I mean, knock on wood, things are looking pretty okay. And then last, definitely not least, 2005 Haste. This one you can see, like we were talking about, that weak secondary growth. It's doing good, and boop, Chad went out of town, and I'll get it. We'll get it back. We'll get it rolling again. No big deal. This plant looks awesome. This pumpkin right here, actually, I yanked it off. This one opened today. That would have been a 5-lober, but wasn't here to pollinate it, and I would not have pollinated it anyway, because again, I want this plant just a little bit bigger. These plants right now are probably the size of the plants that I pollinated with last year, and I really want to have the plant fill up the entire space. Once you pollinate, you got maybe 15, 20 days, maybe a little bit more of plant growth, and then pretty much everything switches to the pumpkin is sucking up all of the energy from the plant, and it's going to take it all. You'll get next to no plant growth. You'll get a little bit, but not a lot. I got all the drip tape out, ready to put that in. I just will find the time to do it. Then one last thing on this plant before I let you guys go is look how awesome this plant. It's hard to show it in video form, but a couple years ago I grew, oh man, I forget what Baron it was, but the Baron plant that I grew 3 years ago had small leaves. It was small, compact to the ground. Like, look at my foot compared to that. Really small leaves, compact, low to the ground, built for speed, not for comfort. I really like that type of plant. Whereas if we go over here, and all the other ones, it's not just this one, I'm not picking on this guy, we hold up my foot to it, a lot bigger leaves. The leaves are taller. In my mind, it's using more energy to grow leaves rather than, when the time comes, grow pumpkins. So I really like those small, compact plants. Yeah. Oh, I am terminating some vines on this one. Terminated. Remember, if you watched last year, I said one of the things that I wanted to improve this year was just my walking paths, giving myself room to walk and navigate, not scratch up my legs on these darn leaves. And I am letting this plant grow over here a good bit, because this plant is still kind of slow. It will pick up speed, but this one is the star of the patch, obviously, so he's going to get more room. So I've taken off some of the leaves there, so I can walk through here without just tripping and falling and all that crud. And I'm probably going to do it at least, this 1, 2, 3, 4 vines. I will let them grow over there pretty much probably till the middle, so that once this is done, this plant will be, can be as much as 20 feet wide. And we are already at, let's see, I would say that PVC is 10 feet, and then these are 12 inches apart. So if we go 12 or 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, so we're at about 14 feet long, and I don't really remember, that's 10, so we're probably 12 foot wide at its widest, 14 foot long. It's looking great. That is it today, everybody. Hopefully the heat is not affecting you. Thank goodness I have these misters. If I didn't have the misters, these plants all would have caught on fire, as we've had record heat here in Denver. Yeah, they are really saving my bacon a lot. Hope all is well. Get out there, grow yourself some giant pumpkins. I'll catch you next week.